So today I'm going to be unboxing the Force and Destiny beginner game. I've already taken the plastic wrap off here because I'm holding the camera because I don't have a very decent tripod, so I didn't want to have to wrestle with that. But this is the Force and Destiny beginner game, put out by Fantasy Flight Game, who does an amazing job with role-playing games, even though they are really a board game manufacturer. So inside, it's got a lot of filler, but I think you're supposed to use this box over and over. The only problem with that is, as you can see, it's a little thin. It's already starting to tear a little bit. Now that said, I also have the Edge of the Empire beginner game, and that box has actually held up fairly well over the amount of time that I've had it. So they're definitely reusable. And I'm also a big fan of these beginner box sets because they give you a lot of stuff, and they're a good introductory into role-playing, as it even says right on the box. So first thing you get when you open it, you get one of their brochures, which is largely meaningless because you can just go to their website and get a more up-to-date collection. Then they give you a whole bunch of tokens, which are really neat. We'll get back to these in a minute. There's a map. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Fantasy Flight's take on Star Wars, they're very abstract. It includes tokens and maps, but it's more just for show. Just generalizing where you are, knowing you're in the plaza instead of knowing you're 10 feet from this pillar or whatever. I think it works really well. So you got a temple map, there's the bridge, the ruin, and the valley. So all these are places that you must be going in the adventure that's included in the book. Next, we have the rule book, which is going to be an abridged version of the actual Force and Destiny rulebook that'll come out later this summer. But it gives you everything you need to know to run the adventure, which must be... Here we go. The adventure book. This is a full adventure, and it's actually, it's like 32 pages, so it's not a joke. It's not a little run here and do this and be done with it. It's a full-on... You might take a couple of gaming sessions to get through this. I know it took my gaming session when we did the Edge of the Empire adventure 2 or 3 gaming sessions, I think, to get fully through it. And they include everything you need to know. They ease you into the rules with this, so you'll take it little by little, and then by the end of the adventure you'll have done pretty much everything you're going to need to do, and you'll have leveled up your characters. There was a read this first, which is just be an introductory to role-playing, the Star Wars universe, this system specifically, and give you a little play example as a little primer before you start diving into the rules and the adventures. And then my favorite part of these beginner box sets are pre-made characters, and you get 4 of them in each of the Fantasy Flight Game beginner box sets. And I think it's really cool because if you get into new role-playing games, you spend a lot of time learning character generation. And I mean a lot of time learning character generation, and I think it can become boring, and I think it's turned off some people that I've tried to help get into role-playing, because you spend so much time learning these mechanics that you don't even understand. You're trying to pick things for characters that you don't know what they do for your character. So you might build your character, play through an adventure, and realize I didn't want half the stuff I bought. Well, with the beginner set, you choose whichever one looks coolest to you. So here we have Terast, a Keldor Jedi Sentinel, who I think probably looks the coolest to me. You've got Sorenda, the Jedi Guardian. You've got Kaviri, the Jedi Seeker. And I'm going to point this out. We've got 2 females in this beginner set. And that's something that a lot of games don't do. You'll get your token female character, and then the rest are all dudes. You've got 5 dudes and 1 female character. And I don't know any guys that wouldn't be opposed to playing a female character. I'd play either of these, especially the Togruta. I think she looks really cool. But barring that, half of my role-playing game group are women. Her and her friend Rangel. So they're always left out. We have to go out into the yard and they have to fight over who's going to be the female.
Kicks my ass.
So we set up a Thunderdome, and whoever walks out gets to be the female character, and the other person's cyborg. It's not cool, but here you got 2, so they just have to fight over who's going to be the cool-looking Togruta. Then you've also got Dao, a Zabrak Mystic. So you've got these cool 4 characters that you get to choose between to go on an adventure, and then each one's going to have, you'll see their tokens somewhere on here. And then you also got some villains. It's a hologram or something. Yeah, she looks cool. So I'm excited to play the adventure just to find out who some of these characters are. Who are these guys, So, I'll do another video later. Oh, and you get dice. God, good lord, it's Fantasy Flight Games, so you're going to get dice. You're going to get dice with special, weird little symbols all over them. And I won't go into too much what they mean here, because this is just a simple unboxing video. But I'll do another video, maybe on Saturday or something, where I'll go into the components a little more. Maybe on Sunday, we're hopefully going to be playing through this. So maybe I'll actually record that session and upload it to the site if everybody is okay with that. But at any rate, you spend... I got this for $20 off eBay. I think that's the last thing I'll talk about is the price. $20, you get everything you need for several nights of enjoyment. You can play through this adventure, and then if you look inside the character sheets, you'll see they show you how to level up. So you can play through several stories with these characters. And for $20 to get several nights or days of enjoyment, I think is phenomenally worth it. And even if you decide to go from here to the beginner game, you're going to use these dice. These dice will go with you. These tokens can go with you. You can reuse the maps.
Potentially the characters if you really like the characters.
Yeah, you could recycle these characters. You can use this box. I kept all of our Edge of the Empire stuff minus the dice in our Edge of the Empire box, and it held up really well. So it's not going to be $20 wasted, even if you go from this to the beginner game. So again, a little messily. Everything you get in the beginner game, I found it for $20 online. I think it's a really good deal.